You said you're getting ready to stream for 30 hours?
Yeah,
what do you
30,
mean?
I get on the live stream and I talk to people and I run like activities, games. And
Through Twitch or whatever?
And they send me diamonds and money and we've been racking up.
In the back of this police cruiser sits Twitch streamer Sierra Zaytona. Under her alias, Luna Blaze, she has spent the past month blindlessly streaming hundreds of hours, racking up thousands of dollars, all while her own son lost his life only a few feet away.
Can I take that before I went to stream?
Vomit. It's been for about a month, it looks like.
And the deeper detectives dig into this obsessed streamer's life, the more horrifying this case will become, because what seems like a simple mistake will instead reveal one of the most evil parents they have ever seen.
Isn't it your responsibility to make sure he's taken care of?
I don't think we've ever seen a case this horrendous.
You guys aren't gonna let me afford us, right?
It was on March 16th, 2023, in Clinton Township, Michigan. 29-year-old Sierra Zaytona had just wrapped up her 30-hour live stream and got up to check on her 3 kids. She reached for her youngest son, Zayden, only to find him unresponsive. Sometime around Halloween of 2022, Sierra had started live streaming on Twitch, and it caught on fast. What began as a hobby turned into an obsession, with sessions stretching for a full day or more and pulling in real money, as much as $2,000 in a single day. So to say she was addicted to it would be an understatement. Frantically, she grabbed her phone and dialed 911. Within minutes, the Clinton Township Police responded to the residents, along with emergency medical services. But nothing prepares them for what they're about to walk into.
Fire department, bring the baby out here! Back up! Bring him out here! Bring it out here! Bring it out here! Let's go! Let's go! Come on! Come on! Go! Get down here! Hey!
Are you with my caller?
Hey, firm. Jesus. Good God.
She's been a just. Sarah, come out here.
You can close that one out. We're not going to be able to get to it.
As soon as first responders step inside, they're hit by a smell that tells them something is terribly wrong. Then they find Zayden. He is in critical condition, and looking at him, it's obvious this didn't happen overnight. He had clearly been left alone, without being given any attention or care for a significant period of time.
What happened? Hey, stay right there. Sit down.
I had to
Sit down.
on him because
Sit
if
down.
he hears me say anything,
Sit down.
he'll freak
Sit.
out.
Sit.
They've seen it all in this house.
Who?
John.
Who's John?
John's the dad. He's the man that looks at Zena. She's nice and brown.
Out of here.
He breaks it.
Here. Out of here.
I already said that too. I've been trying to get away from his abuse and save him, and half the time he's like, "No, you sit right there."
You want to see? Did you see Sarah?
Yes, I've seen
You did? No, look now. Look. That's your fault.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
I can't work.
Have you guys been here before?
All the time.
Is it just the 3 kids?
We never seen kids. We just dealt with her.
It turns out this isn't the first time police have been called to this house. Officers recognized the address right away because of previous disturbances involving the family. But right now, there's no time to dig into their history. They're too busy trying to process what's in front of them.
Just hold up, man. I'm just hold on till the boss gets here. Let's just sit tight. Sit tight.
Just to get him.
He's yeah, that's far back. They're pretty far on him. Just wait till the boss. If you guys are he's pretty far gone, just give it to the boss.
You good if I put the dogs in the room?
Yeah, as long as there's nobody in there.
Honest, for 1 second.
Vince, let's go. Bring it up.
Last time you saw this child was yesterday.
He was really thin.
Make sure there's nobody in there. Get the dogs in there and then get her back out.
Bring the dogs in a room. I want to.
What, and two? Can you find out where the kid was at and keep the dogs out of that area?
Yeah.
God. Vomit. So we get here. She's screaming, dude. It's like her house. There's two there. This emaciated. Looks like it's for weeks.
Oh.
Yeah. Tiny little child. She's inconsolable. He's got her in the back of my car right now.
The female?
The female, yeah. She's got two other kids here. FD had them over here. But, dude, mess in there. I gotta assume this is going to be the end of this one.
By now, officers are absolutely certain Zayden didn't die recently and rather had been gone for some time. That leaves them with one question they can't ignore. How could no one notice someone had been dead inside the home for that long? To find out, deputies turn to the one person who should have the answers, Zayden's mother, Sierra. But speaking with her proves to be much more difficult than they expected.
Let's just come back over here, okay?
Watch, they're not even going to show up because he knows what.
Okay. How do you pronounce your name again? Sierra? That's your...
Yesterday? Bottle, and I was like, when I freaked out on him and told him I was going to call the police, he freaked out. He said not to, and we were going to feed him. He said, get up. And we've been feeding him since, and then I went back to work, and I said, we're leaving. And I've been grinding and grinding. I finally got a which he's controlling it. He's using it right now.
Where's the child? Where's the dad? Where's dad at?
He's avoiding coming back because I think he
What's
knew.
his name?
I think he knew this morning when he left that Zayden was gone.
When's the last time that you knew of that Zayden was alive?
Yesterday.
Yesterday when?
Yesterday morning.
How do you know?
Before I went to stream, I made sure he was eating.
Sierra tells officers she checked on Zayden before she went back to streaming and that he was eating fine. But that story doesn't match what they're looking at right now. And if you love watching terrible parents like Sierra realize they aren't winning an Oscar, subscribe. It's literally all we do here.
What's his name?
Jonathan G. She's amazing. Can I just grab the phone where it has the proof, please?
We'll grab it for in a little bit, okay?
He's gonna
Okay, it's not like we don't believe you, okay? You just gotta give us some time, okay?
Nothing's gonna bring him back. He had to have known, even when I called him and I said he's there's no way he didn't know.
While officers are trying to get a straight answer out of Sierra, Zayden's father, 29-year-old Jonathan Cheek, arrives at the scene. Looking at Sierra's reaction, deputies are naturally expecting a grief-stricken father. Instead, they're met with something entirely unexpected.
Hey, hold on. Who are you? Oh, father? Okay. Okay, do you live here too?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Real quick, you got your ID on you? Did he call you or something?
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen, is that your son?
Yeah.
When's the last time you seen him? This morning? Okay. How was he this morning? Fine? Okay. What time did you see him this morning, roughly? About 12 a.m.? p.m.? p.m.? Okay. What was he doing at that time? Sleeping? And, well, where? What room specifically was he sleeping in?
First lesson, Sierra.
That's Sierra right here?
Jonathan's indifference to the entire situation is almost impossible to ignore. Apparently, the news of losing his own kin isn't enough to crack his composure. Pair that with Sierra's obsession with live streaming, and it's painfully obvious why the other two victims can't stay in that house another minute. Deputies call in authorities and place both parents under arrest.
Real quick, can I just have you put your hands behind your back, okay? Interlace your fingers. No. Anything in your pockets that you know about? Okay. Nothing that's going to cut us, poke us? Okay. No drugs or anything in your pockets? He said no? Nope. I got it. Where is it? I'll give it to her in a bit. Let's go this way.
Miss, what's your name again? Zira, can you stand up for me?
Yeah.
Turn and face your house. Put your hands behind your back. I'll put her in mine, Chang. Come on.
With John and Sierra now in handcuffs, deputies turn their attention to the two surviving victims and whether there's anyone who can care for them. Just then, Jonathan's mother arrives on scene, and judging by her reaction, she seems far more concerned about the victim's well-being than their own father.
Don't talk to my boys? Or is that...
These are your grandkids?
Yes.
As deputies dig deeper into their background, they discover crucial information about the family situation. Before moving into this hoarder house that's leased in Jonathan's mother's name, the couple had been living in an abandoned home, practically homeless. During that time, they also had been dealing with authorities over the custody of the younger children. With that, there's little left to investigate at the scene. Both Jonathan and Sierra are transported to the police department for processing.
Step out this way.
Jonathan is still as calm as ever. Either the reality of what happened still hasn't sunk in, or he simply doesn't care enough for it to show. Sierra, on the other hand, is a completely different story.
I can't see him if I see him. I know it.
If you're going to do what from...
If I see him, understand, I'm sorry.
See who, ma'am?
John. John, if I see him, I would get it.
What do you mean you're going to do so? What do you mean?
He's been the most precious thing for me, and all I can do is hate myself for sitting down on the ground crying. I wish I could have acted, but I know it was probably the worst thing ever. I don't know. I know what I'm saying is wrong. I can't control these emotions right now toward him. There's so much pain and anger and hate. I don't know how to control it. Like the reality setting in. I'm trying to fight the breakdown. Everything's just become too hard. And I don't know if I can keep myself under control if he walks out of one of those doors in front of me.
Okay, I don't want you to do anything, harmful, all right? Okay? Just sit there and... Okay? Oh, excuse me.
A Walmart, the bigger stores like Best Buy, make it a shopping center again for the big box stores.
As detectives begin digging deeper into the case, a lot of crucial information begins to emerge. Of the three victims, only the two youngest were Jonathan's biological children. The oldest was Sierra's son from her previous marriage, and legally, she was still married to her husband at the time. Jonathan and Sierra had simply been living together. With the family dynamics now clear, detectives turn their attention to the couple's statements. Both Jonathan and Sierra claim they had seen Zayden that morning, but judging by his condition, that simply isn't possible. Determined to find out what really happened, detectives separate the couple and bring Jonathan and Sierra into different interrogation rooms. Over the next few hours, detectives will uncover just how far some parents can go to avoid taking responsibility.
Well, why don't you just start out with today and what brought you here today?
Today, I was over at my parents' house trying to fix my brakes on their car because they're squeaking bad. We were trying to do that last week, and then I broke up a lug nut. We didn't have the right tool. So I was supposed to go to work today for my first day orientation. I overslept because I'm not a morning person.
Where at? Where'd you get a job?
LEDAC.
What's that?
It's I'm a porter for cars, the new Dodge Rams and everything.
Okay.
So I take it from the dealership, and I stay inside the factory area, but I would drive them from, say, one factory floor to go get to another attachment, and then drive different trucks somewhere else.
So you were supposed to start that today?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just overslept this morning.
I gotcha. And then prior to this job, you said you were just going to start today. What were you doing before that?
Before that, it was all the way back before New Year's. I was working at a cemetery. They were only doing seasonal work. I didn't know. And then they told me last minute, no heads up, so I can at least start looking for a job. Every temp agency that I called said they ain't got nothing before or after the holidays.
Okay.
So all of January, February, I was facing eviction. I was supposed to get evicted last month, beginning of this month, but I managed to pay it.
From the place
that I'm living at, yeah.
That we were at today? Okay. And then how long have you guys lived there?
3 years, but I've lived there longer than that.
Okay.
I just took over ownership of it.
I gotcha. Did he ask for seconds today, or did he want another bottle or something else to eat? He just had that one?
He just had that one and then just went right to sleep.
Okay. And then would you say that's a typical morning for him? Okay. And do you know, like, what he ate, like, the day before?
Yeah, last night he had 2 bottles. So I put saltines crackers in there for him. He ate those just last night because they were empty this morning. So I refilled those because he likes crackers. If I had Ritz, I'd be using Ritz, but...
So for, like, a solid food?
Solid food, and I'm going to go for vegetables, mashed potatoes, green beans,
Okay.
normals.
And then...
Mac and cheese.
So you said yesterday he had 2 bottles.
After I got home from doing all my running for work.
Okay.
Trying to find jobs and everything.
Okay. What about, like, the day before? So today's Thursday. We talked about Wednesday. He had 2 bottles. Like, what about the day before?
Well, before that, he had, like, almost 6 meals.
Okay. And you said 6, like, that day. Mm-hmm. So now we're on, like, Tuesday.
His eating schedule throws me off even myself to where I don't want to eat until I know he eats.
Okay.
So normally I eat before I even go to bed.
And when you say he has 6 meals, what do you think that is? Like, is that a bottle with, like, stuff mixed up in it? Or is that, like, crackers? Or is it...
This bottle is basically what we try to use for his nutrient to keep him okay. Then when we go with solid foods, that's his breakfast.
Okay.
The drink is 1 bottle and solid food. And then it'll go more solid food if he wants that, or he can have another bottle. It's really his choice.
In terms of his communication skills, how verbal is he?
Not that verbal.
Okay. Like, if he were to tell you he was hungry, how would he communicate that?
He would scream, and then mainly it's all about his emotional. He just shows facial features on what he wants.
So you could tell, like, for instance, if he was upset or wanted to play, or...
He would just lay there and just, normally he don't scream unless I'm, like, late on it, because I normally keep up with his schedule as fast as possible. But if I wake up a little late, I'm a little foggy, he'll scream to let me know, hey, I'm hungry. Go make his food, give it to him. He's content. About 10 minutes later, he screamed at me again because he dropped his ball.
Okay.
So, okay, I'm coming, bud. Take care of that.
If he dropped it, like, he just needed help getting it back, or was it, like, completely spilled over and you had to make it over again? Or
how he likes the bottle that we're using, the water bottle, it likes to close on itself. So if it closes on itself, he's just going to throw it, scream until someone comes back in there.
Can he not open that water bottle?
That's one of the pull-ups.
It turns out none of the victims has seen a doctor in years. That alone gives detectives a pretty good idea of just how neglected they had been. But when they ask Sierra the same question, she gives an answer that completely contradicts everything Jonathan had just told them.
He did, for the time being, that he was in care and everything else.
When was the last time John had a full-time job?
Oh my God. Practically never. Dude.
Never?
Like,
well, let's go back.
He's never even held a job over a month.
Okay. And why is that?
He don't want to. He's admitted that he just don't want to.
Okay. Who pays the bills over there?
his parents did, and then now because I'm trying to leave him, he made his parents stop. They don't help him, and on top of it, he don't do it. And now I'm put in a position because now, ever since I started doing the streaming and trying to leave him, he's made everything 10 times harder.
What do you mean by streaming?
Streaming is the only kind of work that I can do, like where you just sit there on a camera, you talk to people, you play games. I've ran 30-hour streams, 12-hour streams, 16-hour streams, just running myself dry, sitting there chilling with 300, 500, 600 people on camera, getting them to send me gifts and everything else, because those gifts can be converted into money so we can get out of here. And that was the only way I could think to have some sort of suitable income for now to get us out of here. That way I also don't my SSI. That way when we did get out of there, I'd have some kind of income to keep us monthly going.
Sure.
But now it's everything and the dream I had for our family is gone.
Detectives already know Jonathan and Sierra had dealt with authorities before. What they don't know yet is just how extensive that history really is. Back in 2017, Sierra's oldest son was taken into state care at just 4 months old after suffering serious injuries. A year later, the court permanently terminated her parental rights, and the child was eventually reunited with his biological father after he completed a 14-month case plan. That history haunted Sierra for a long, long time. After some time, authorities became involved once again when Sierra and Jonathan were found living out of a tent while homeless. Zayden and his sibling were removed from their custody and placed in foster care. Sierra spent the next 2 years fighting to get her children back, and eventually, she succeeded. The children were reunited with their parents. They were healthy, happy, and finally back home. For a while, everything seemed to be going well. That is, until Sierra became extremely obsessed with live streaming. And from that moment forward, things start to go downhill.
And then where do you guys spend most of your time?
I spend most of my time with him in the living room.
Okay. And what do you guys do?
Watch videos, play a little bit.
What does it like to watch?
Anything. Which happens funny lately is Call of Duty Zombies.
Really?
What? All my kids love watching it.
Okay.
They're like, "Hey, Dad, you gonna play Zombies today?" I'm like, "No." What are we gonna watch? I guess I'm playing Zombies today.
Is that like a game or is it a TV show?
It's a game.
Okay. So all of them like to watch it. All right. So now you kind of put your hand up like, yeah, that's me. I'm the guy doing it all.
She's at home. She works at home.
What does she do?
She live streams. Been making a few grand. Quite a few grand, actually.
How much time does that take for her to do that or to make money?
Depends on how long she wants to go, really.
Okay.
Some days I've seen her do 16, 18 hours.
Okay. And then I guess my thing is, your time is your money. So is it worth the time she puts in, I guess is what I'm trying to gather.
Well, with live streaming, for her, it based on how many people comes in, how many people gifts her, everything else. That way she can cash all of that out. But then there's this one guy that we both know who's directly PayPaling her money to help her out too. That's how she was able to get her car, her phone, and she just received $2,000 today.
Detectives are genuinely surprised by how much money Sierra is making from her live streams. And judging by the way Jonathan talks about it, he seems incredibly proud of what she's doing. It's only after detectives sit down with Sierra that they finally understand how she's pulling in that kind of money.
And I tell everybody online the truth. I've been telling them, I've honestly been out and John and everything that they've done. And people have been sending me and my kids money to give us support and everything else to get out of there. I just got me and my kids a car and everything else.
What kind of car do you have?
It was the little Pontiac Montana.
Where's that?
That's parked up at his dad's house. They were putting brakes on it for me.
Oh, that's over the house inspector.
Yeah, 'cause I can't afford anybody to help fix it. And that's another way he's got control over me.
So you're home all day?
Yes.
And is John home all day with you?
Yes.
Okay.
That's why I asked if somebody had grabbed those phones, because if you guys look in those phones, there's pictures from Halloween. There's pictures. They're all healthy. They're all good. Everyone, once I started work and everything with him, all he does is play video games. He doesn't want to clean. He doesn't want to. I get the food. You just got to give him the food. The food I pulled out yesterday, the chicken that was thawing, ended up right back in the fridge. I'm just trying to work to get us out. And I've always done everything. The cooking, the cleaning, bending over backwards.
When did you begin streaming?
I began streaming really hard. I began around Halloween. And then I began streaming extra hard hours right after, soon after Christmas, because I was heartbroken that I couldn't give them anything. I was heartbroken that I couldn't give them much. I wanted to give them more than what I gave them. I got them some fidgets, got them a couple dino toys, couple shit like that, but that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough. Plus, on top of it, that morning, John had gone through so it again.
So after Christmas was when you really started streaming
hard, because I was like, we got to get out of here.
Like 30 hours, long sessions. Was it at that point that you kind of took a step back from the kids and let John do a lot of the caretaking?
Me, for so long, I've done nothing. He's not worked.
Yep.
He doesn't help clean. He doesn't do anything. Okay. And so it's my fault for being stubborn, for thinking you can do something. You can be, and you can just feed them. Like, we would fight all the time. I'd be like, okay, I come out at 11 o'clock and have breakfast. Why?
What Sierra reveals finally helps a lot of things make sense. She tells detectives she started live streaming in October around Halloween. At that time, Zayden appeared to be perfectly healthy. Just 5 months later, detectives are investigating his death. Whatever happened to Zayden happened during that short window, and by now, detectives have a pretty good idea of who should be held responsible.
Did you notice anything with him, like the past, I don't know, a couple weeks where he's just not keeping any weight on or not putting anything on?
Yeah, I noticed that.
You want to know, though, what happened to him, right?
Right, because they're going to do that, right? Because that's what you want to know what happened to him, right?
All I know is that I was called by Sierra, tell me I needed to come home, and they didn't tell me nothing.
Well, I'm telling you right now that I looked at your son today, and it looks like he hasn't eaten in a very long time. And I'm asking a simple question. Okay? Was he hard to feed?
No.
You're 90% the caretaker. Yeah. And she's only 10% the caretaker?
If I'm not there. Yeah.
Let's use last week for an example. How many days were you not at home?
3 or 4.
And when you mean you're not at home, does that mean
for hours
at
a time? Like I said, I had to go to the junkyard even during when it was that snowstorm that we had. I had to go to the junkyard to grab a new cluster for her car. Because the cluster went out and I needed to.
Let's go 2 weeks ago. How many days were you gone? I was like close to the week of his birthday.
I was over at my parents' house helping them move some stuff around the house. So I was doing laundry for our house because our washer don't work no more.
So you take your guys' laundry, take it to your mom and dad's.
And I'll sit there for probably 2 days doing it.
Okay. So you were gone 2 days that 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so the days that you're gone, you said Sierra's in charge of the kids, right?
I have no idea what goes on at home. Just me and her aren't a couple anymore. I haven't been a couple for over a year and a half, but she still lives with me.
Sierra, on the other hand, was busy hustling and streaming so she could get out of the house. Both of them noticed Zayden was getting worse, and both of them assumed the other one would step in and do something about it. Neither of them did, and Zayden paid for it with his life.
How long are you in the room for? Like how many hours?
30 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours. Like, I don't stop the stream, really.
So what you're saying is that how often do those streams go on for? Like, are they
I stream every day.
So you're saying
every day.
You're saying you stream on what platform are we talking about?
Meet Me.
Meet Me?
Meet Me. I was just about to merge over to Twitch and start doing that too because I was freaking out. Like, we're not getting enough money.
Meet Me is? What is
Meet Me is like, how do you explain Meet Me? It's like I don't know. I know how to explain, like a streaming platform.
Okay.
Like, you can use it for many things. That some people use it for dating, some people use it for streaming. There's like a dating portion section of it. There's a streaming section of like a live section. There's like a chat section, and then I don't know what the other section
is. Okay, so you're chatting with other men or women?
Men and women, okay. Whoever comes into the room.
Okay. So you're saying that you're in that room for 30 hours at a time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're saying, how do you use the bathroom at all? You come out of there?
I do.
Okay. When you're done streaming, do you have any interaction with your family, with John, with Damien?
It's not been healthy for a long time. A lot of the times there would be a lot of fighting or everything else, and he'd be like, go. I don't want to see you. Get out of here. You guys leave now. I'm like, how are we gonna leave now? Like after I was like, we're leaving, we're done, everything else like that. It started blowing up into fights like that, and him pushing me, get out my face, this, that, and running into the bathroom, slamming the door, this and that.
Okay.
And like he would not, up until the minute he was like, I admitted what I did to Zayden. He was like very, I don't know.
And you say we're taking care of everything. What does that mean?
Taking care of everything, running my and taking care of John's shit, the house, food for both of them, doing everything for not just both the kids, both the men.
Okay.
The children too.
Okay.
Like I was running my full drive for both of them. Do that favor just because I have to. John needs something, do it because I have to. They need to lie, do it because you have to. I'm tired of have tos, but I did it anyway, constantly. No,
did you to see how he was responding to the food that you were giving him?
He like when I was feeding,
right?
Like with the bottle, I started giving him the tall bottle of milk because
Bottles
of
of milk?
because it's not like a bottle because they don't make bottles that big.
Sure.
But him being like that, it was like what are they called? The little pop water bottles, like filled with milk and cereal. I like even took it back to baby cereal because it's like, okay, you gotta start somewhere. Stomach's tiny, you need something.
Right. So what kind of milk was it? Whole milk, 2% skim milk?
I have powdered milk in the house. I have 2% in the house and whole milk.
And how were you mixing the cereal for him? What you said you were putting it in a bottle? Was
yeah,
he
putting it
drinking
in the bottle.
Or was he eating it?
I was putting it in the bottle.
Okay, and he would drink that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And when he was drinking that...
he was throwing up. I did notice that, like, he was throwing up. That's one of the reasons I told him, make sure, like, you take it a certain amount of time. And that's why I was in and out and everything else there. I've checked on him sporadically in between. That's why I said, like...
where were you at in the house? Were you in your room? Were you in the living room area? Where were you?
Well, he said everybody had just finished breakfast, so I was still getting dressed. I had just got out the shower. I was getting dressed.
Okay.
Getting dressed. I was about to get ready.
And the shower in the back is where you showered at, where the cat stuff was. So you showered there, and you came out, and he was already gone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And did you check on the kids at that point?
Yeah, I checked on. I didn't check on him like I should have. Like, the light was off. I looked in. Like I said, he always sleeps in that position. So I kind of assumed, okay, I got a little bit of time. Got them situated, went and got myself dressed, got my makeup, got my hair done. Then I went back to take them a snack, turn their TV on, was going to wait for that to boot to get their movie going because it takes like a couple minutes to load. And then I went to go grab him a piece of cake and take him his piece of cake, and then I snapped.
Okay. What time would you say that you were in that position? You got out of the shower. 3. Did you wait at all to call the police or the fire department for help?
No, I called him, said that, like, I asked him if he had checked on, and then I called, like, emergency. Like, he told me everybody breakfast.
When was the last?
And then on top of it, he told the cops when the cops got there that he checked on this morning.
At this point, Sierra and Jonathan are both playing the same game, and detectives can see right through it. Each one is trying to pin as much blame on the other as possible, and neither is willing to admit their own part in it. And now, detectives are running out of patience for it.
Is it safe to say he hasn't had much to eat in the last month?
No, he has.
John, let's be honest, okay? We're talking man to man here, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like he just said, you've got 50 some years of experience right here sitting in law enforcement and doing investigation, okay? But you guys are a couple. Well, not a couple, but you're mother and father, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So it's both your responsibilities to take care of your son, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think you fulfilled your job as a father taking care of your son?
Most I can, yes. If I know I'm probably blind to how he actually looked, but I did everything I can. Well, let's back up to everything I can.
Jonathan washes his hands of the whole thing, insisting he did everything he could and that none of this was his fault. But it's Sierra who puts the nail in the coffin. She tells detectives the last time she checked on Zayden or paid any attention to him was 2 nights before he was found. By then, she knew he was barely hanging on. So why didn't she call 911? Because she was more afraid of authorities showing up than she was of her own son dying.
You said you checked on him like 2 nights ago, right? Or 2 mornings ago. And we've established that he sleeps without a shirt on.
Yeah,
Did you phone 911 at that time to get him help?
I checked to see if he was breathing and checked to see if he's alive. And then after that...
Was he breathing and alive at that time? So 2 days ago when you checked on him, he wasn't?
Oh, no. I thought you meant today. If you asked... Oh, no. I told you why I didn't call 911 sooner.
Okay. I don't think we've ever seen a case this horrendous. And I'm going to explain this to you why, okay? Science doesn't lie, okay? We have a whole team of people we work with. We work with other detectives within our unit. We have supervisors. We have crime scene technicians. We have medical examiners that come out to the scenes. We have all kinds of different people that we work with. It's unequivocally, without a doubt, that extended period of time, plus years.
But you guys can look at the pictures of him, like legit this past Halloween.
Okay, well, hang on a second. So this started in Halloween, is what you're saying?
Right.
Okay.
Just Halloween. He was sitting there, and he was healthy.
So you're saying that he was healthy in Halloween, and then all of a sudden it just came on?
I didn't say no. Okay. Like it over time.
So is it your statement that this has been going on since Halloween?
I don't know if he's not been feeding him every single time.
Okay, well, let me stop you there. Okay, I'm going to stop you.
I know that he was good with me taking care of him, and then when I fully indulged myself.
Sierra, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to think about this real quick. Okay, I want you to take a truly an in-depth look into yourself right now. Okay? Because science doesn't lie. Okay? The photographs and the images that we had to observe today don't lie. The crime scene doesn't lie. Okay? You are not a victim here. You are not a victim. You are responsible
for his.
You are responsible for a portion of his passing. It's not just on you, but you are responsible.
I know this.
And I refuse to allow you to sit here and tell a story that is intertwined with untruthful statements.
Okay. What's untruthful?
What's untruthful is that he's been suffering for a period of time. And it wasn't just from his birthday.
I didn't say that. I said that's what I didn't say that's when it started, so don't twist my words.
Hang on a sec.
This is my kid. I will get snappy if you want to get snappy.
Sarah, let me explain something to you, okay? We're dealing with and I would take a breath here because I'm trying to help you.
I know.
Okay?
But
listen to me. Listen.
I just want you to know
I let you hang on a second. I let you talk for an extended period of time to get an understanding of who you are and to get a full perspective of what's going on here. Okay? But you're at a fork in the road. Okay? The fork in the road is you're going to go right and continue to tell this story that is part of statements that are not necessarily accurate, or you're going to be completely honest and completely forthcoming and tell us exactly when he started exhibiting signs. More importantly, was deceased more than a day.
Are you kidding me? There's no way. I was just listening. I just checked on him the other night.
What's the other night?
Like, when he was crying, I remember being on the phone. I remember getting off. That's why I was saying, like, I did tell the cop earlier today, like, let me, like, double check. Because I was like, wait, I have been.
Well, here's the thing, right? And this is where we're at an impasse here, right? And this is where it gets really, really frustrating for us as investigators. Okay. What point in time did you ever think outside of yourself it would have been important to call to help him? Outside of him, would it have been better to have him live and have him taken away from you?
I've already thought this. All day today, I thought, maybe I shouldn't have won that case. Maybe I should have let them both live and they'd both be here.
In the end, none of Jonathan and Sierra's excuses spared them from the consequences of what they had done. Jonathan Creek was convicted of second-degree murder and second-degree abuse for his role in Zayden's death. In December 2024, he was sentenced to 24 to 50 years in prison, where he remains today. Sierra Zaytona was convicted on the same charges. In April 2025, she was also sentenced to 24 to 50 years and remains incarcerated in the Michigan Department of Corrections. Our thoughts go out to Zayden and his siblings, who were failed by the very people who were supposed to protect them. We hope you enjoyed this one. 80% of our viewers aren't subscribed yet. A subscription helps us more than you'd think. It's free, and it keeps videos exactly like this coming. If you want to watch more videos just like this, check out one of our most watched cases right here, or our latest upload right here.